Alright, so there's not really a video that's really good on this, so I'm going to try to break it down. I'm pretty far into it, but just trying to give a video for some people that might be doing this in the future. This is the Speed Factory Vtec Lockout kit. So obviously do your research on this, whether you want to run this or not. I'm not going to tell you whether you can or can't. I'm running this on a dedicated drag car. Some people say don't run it on the street. Some people say run it on the street, whatever. Make your own decision on that. We have some other parts to go with it as well. We have the block off plate for the Vtec solenoid, because obviously this is getting rid of that. And then these are the pins that come with it. So the video I found is really long, kind of way too long to figure out what was going on. The camera angle wasn't very good. So basically, valve cover comes off, cams come out, and then you'll have your rocker assemblies all sitting in here. So what you do is there's these caps on the side. These guys, little Allen key caps. I have this one, it was a 10. So get that at AutoZone. All the parts I'm using, tools and everything is pretty easy to come across. It took me about 10 minutes to get down to the point where I had those out. So those little caps go in right here. You can see it. Lighting's not good. There you go, caps. There's one there, one there. This is where the other one would be, but obviously your Vtec solenoid cover is there, and there's one there. There's these long rods that go through that I'll show you here. These are these long rods that go through it. They are threaded on the end. I don't know if you can see it, but there's threads in there on the end to help pull it out. And then there is, where are they? There's these two guys. These little pins that sit in there, they have threads at the top. I found just something that fits it in my bolt drawer, threaded in the top. You can pull them out. I'll show you where they're at. They're right here. So one sits here in this hole, one sits here in this hole. So once your whole cam assembly's out, you have the cams out of the car. These, you'll pop these out, just thread something in there, pull them out. They have little O-rings, so they're kind of tight in there, but they're not crazy tight. I use my fingers and pull them right out. And then you can take, and if you're doing it in the car, you obviously have more room on this side of the car for B series. You'll thread a bolt in to these rods that I showed you that comes out here. You'll pull each rod out, and that'll drop the assemblies. So then you'll come like I did, you pull all these assemblies out. Once you have them out, you'll have them on your table like this. Obviously keep them in order to where you know everything I have is in a specific order, so I know where everything goes back at. And then these are the LMAs. They recommend you pull these out when you're doing the Vtec lock kit. I did my research on it. Some people said yes, some people said no. I'm going to take them out. Like I said, dedicated drag car. This car is just for racing, won't get a lot of street miles on it. So this one is already done. This one already has the Vtec locker in it. As you can see, this one's locked all the way through, and then this is the factory one. So I'll show you on one of these how to do it. So you have, this is a factory one. So when you pull it apart, you have one pin in this side. You have a long pin through here that this one followed, so it'll show me. You have this long pin, well not long, but it's the size of this that goes through here. And then you have a spring loaded one right here. I'm not going to explain how the Vtec works. If you want to know, just look it up somewhere else. But you have this spring one. Oh goodness gracious. That's great for engine building. So you'll take one of your Vtec lock pins. Take this one. I'm going to try to do it with one hand. It's going to be really hard. This one, just to get it to fall out, just well, of course that one doesn't want to come out. So try to set this up where you can see kind of what I'm doing. So let's see if I can tap this one out. You just tap on the back side. There it goes. This one's going to pop out. So now I can show you. Now that I have that one out, you have this small one that sits in this side here. You'll pop this one out. Don't need this one anymore. You can set that to the side. And the one in the middle, you don't need that one anymore either. So you'll grab one of these from your kit. Slide one in here. You'll slide the middle one through, line it up, and then top one goes on like so, and the spring-loaded one, as you can see, helps keep it in there. So that's 2 assemblies done. You'll do that for all of these. You'll put this whole assembly back in, push the rods back through, and then just reverse order how you took everything out. Obviously this is going to be kind of hard to put in because you have to squeeze them together now, but that's the whole point of the spring-loaded one, is just to keep it all locked and tight, and it keeps that tension against it. Obviously, like I said, do your research on whether or not you want to or want to not run these. I'm running these with I believe ITR cams, and then I'm taking the LMAs out because someone recommended taking these out. Like I said, I just have like a random bolt that fits to pull these out. These were not hard to get out. You just find a bolt that fits, put it through there, and then you find one that fits to pull these guys out. And then obviously don't forget to put these in, and then put that whole assembly back together. But I just couldn't find a real comprehensive video on how to do this. I found one person do a video, but it was too long, so I'm just trying to give a real short, easy breakdown on how you do the Vtec lock kit on, this is for a GSR, but for anything B series, D series I guarantee is pretty close as well. K series probably pretty close as well. Obviously the head assembly is a little different, but yeah, that's how you do it. Other than that, if you like the video, just like it, comment. I don't get a lot of comments, so if you need any help or have any questions, just comment on this video and I'll be able to help you out a little bit.